Hey there YouTube, it's Matt Bowler with my first of two autograph recap videos from the Hunt Auctions celebration of the Pittsburgh Pirates autograph show that was held at PNC Park on Saturday, July 20th, 2019. I was very concerned about this year because, well, it used to be held at the Convention Center, which was indoors, air-conditioned seating, and then last year they had it at PNC Park. Under the left field bleachers in that big walkway area by the rotunda. There was no seating. It was outside. And, well, it was going to be over 100-degree heat index. And, well, thankfully when we got there, it was indoors in the river. The name changes. It used to be the Outback area. Then it was Rivertown Brewing. And I don't even know what it is anymore. But the left field lounge. Well, let's call it the left field lounge area where they have a restaurant. So it was indoors. It was air conditioning. It had seating. Smart move on their part. So this will be my first of two videos. I purchased 31 autograph tickets. 21 were 1979 players. 10 autograph tickets were current players. Wisely enough, Hunt Auctions had it the day that they were celebrating the 1979 World Series Pirates team, the 40th anniversary. So I'm going to show you the 21 autographs of those players, and there are no single signed items. These were all four of my team projects right here. The 1979 program, the 1979 World Series program, my first 1979 ball that I was working on, and then my 1979 era baseball that I've been working on. And in my mind, these are all complete. The only way I would even try to add is if I could get Burt Blyleven. And on the two programs, I could find a spot for him, kinda, but the baseballs, there's like no room. So, in my mind, these are completed projects, and that is huge to finally be done with a project. So, I'm going to go ahead and just run through these items with you. If you enjoy the 1979 Pirates, then you'll probably have an appreciation for what I'm showing you. Or if you just enjoy baseball, here's a good throwback for you. So, we're going to start with this 1979, they call it a scorebook, but really it's just a program. So, yeah, it cost 50 cents back in the day. Has a nice picture on the front there. And not all these autographs came at this show, but there are a total of 16 autographs on here. So, the first person that I would, you know what, it doesn't even matter what order I went in. I'm just going to go ahead and show you who I got. I already had John Candelaria, already had Rick Rhoden, already had Bill Madlock, already had Mike Easler, already had Dave Parker. Some of these were new additions. I already had Kent Tekulve. I added Ed Ott and Don Robinson. I added Dale Berra. I already had Omar Moreno, already had Jim Rooker and Phil Gardner. Added Lee Lacy. Already had Manny Sanguillen and Grant Jackson. Added Tim Foley. I know some people may not like it, some people do, some people are neutral to it, but I love it when they put the Bible verse inscriptions. So there's a 1979 program with 16 signatures, and like I said, if I were to even try to add anyone to it, I mean, probably Burt Blyleven. I guess there is some room right there. That's it. But in my mind, that opportunity may not happen, so this is a completed project. And it looks really good, actually. It does look really good. I'm glad I started this project years ago, and dang, did I add to it. I mean, there were some players I did not even bother getting on here that was at this show because I knew space would be an issue. I mean, I'm not trying to get the whole team. It looks filled to me. That's pretty sweet. Okay, on to the 1979 World Series program. This has 15 signatures, and actually there's one I'm going to save for last because it's one of those, oh, you got to be kidding me type of moments. Now, at the show, I think there were only 5 on here that were pre-existing, or 6 of them that are pre-existing. Every person from the 1979 series team who was there that was not on the program, I added. Let me pick out the ones that were already on here. Jim Rooker was already on there. Grant Jackson was already on there. Kent Tekulve was already on there. Manny Sanguian with the God Bless Manny Sanguian inscription. And John Candelario is already on there. Added Dave Parker, whom he's been very courageously battling his MS and Parkinson's, and I really hope he continues to do well. Mike Easler with the Hitman inscription, and you can see that maybe you can tell my Sharpie was starting to poop out on me, and I brought an extra one, but the problem is that was my extra one because the other one started to poop out on me pretty bad here for the Don Robinson. Dagnabbit. That's what happens with silver Sharpies. I should have taken more than 2. Lee Lacy, Steve DeKosha, there's Tim Foley, already showed you Manny Sanguian, got Matt Alexander who had the Matt Scat Alexander, already showed you the John Candelaria, already showed you these guys, Kent DeKalvey and Grant Jackson, added Ed Ott, and already showed you Jim Rooker. And the last one, so I told you my 2 Sharpies went bad on me. So they had paint pens and whatnot. And of course, when I go to the last person, Dale Barra, the person at the table there, pretty sure she, didn't really know to hit the paint pens. I just trusted them, and dagnabbit. First paint pen he throws down there didn't really do anything. So, I said, well, grab another one. And because, obviously he didn't know what to do. I said, grab another one there. I told the one lady, just throw out that other one. Just get rid of the other one. So Dale Barra was just looking at that thinking, he even asked, what should I do? I said, just write over top of what you did write. So it didn't come out that bad, but it's like the whole logic of the one autograph that was not done using my writing utensil was not done right. This is why you take your own writing devices and dagnabbit. It's all good though. Because look how beautiful that is. Even if I were to try to get somebody, where the heck would you add Dale or Burt Blyleven? Like there? Just hope you write small. This is a completed project. 15 autographs. It looks really good. That silver pops. Alright, most of you who've been following me for a while know I collect autographed baseballs. That is my thing. Well, I have 2 1979 projects. This was the first one I started with. It has 20 autographs on it. And a lot of these autographs, about half of them were on here before I even, I purchased it a while ago because it had Chuck Tanner on the sweet spot with the nice inscription. It has another player on there who is deceased as well, Bruce Keeson, who passed away after fighting cancer. I would guess it was last spring. Let me just go ahead and go through this. Some of these were on here before. Some of them were added at the show. We have Lee Lacy at the top, Bill Madlock, Phil Gardner, and Bruce Keeson. Already showed you Chuck Tanner. You have Omar Moreno, Kent DeKalvey, and Dale Barra. Dave Parker, Mike Easler, Rennie Stennett, Rick Rhoden, and Ed Ott. And this panel's full. Tim Foley, Matt Alexander, Jim Rooker, Don Robinson, Manny Sanguian, John Candelaria, and Grant Jackson. So that's cool. You might be wondering, why on earth do I even have 2 1979 baseballs? I mean, that's awesome as it is. You have 2 players on there who are passed on, whom you're not going to be able to meet and get autographs from, and Chuck Tanner and Bruce Keeson. Well, I was in my house one day, and I came across a baseball, literally came across this baseball, and I've mentioned this before in another video, but it's been a while. I was looking at this, Chuck Feeney National League Baseball. I was checking out the dots and everything. This is a 1971 era baseball. It's not game used. I'm just saying that this ball was made 1979 season. So it's like, well, it looks like I'm starting another project. Well, this project is now finished. 19 autographs on it. I got Dave Parker on the sweet spot. If you're not going to get the manager, you want to get like a Hall of Famer on the sweet spot. Well, Willie Stargell's not around anymore. And in my mind, Dave Parker would be the best player. So that's who's on the sweet spot. We have Bill Madlock, Jim Rooker, and I added these three, Steve Nicosa, Don Robinson, and at the bottom there, we got Dale Berra. Kent Tekulve, Grant Jackson, Mike Easler, Rennie Stennett, Rick Rhoden, and Ed Ott. And when I got Ed Ott, he even said, Rick Rhoden, he didn't even play that season. He was hurt. I said he was still a member of the team. That's funny. He was, being real funny. In fact, the only person there of all the 1979 guys that I got that didn't really seem to give a crap as much, it wasn't like he was rude or anything, it was Don Robinson, because he was just talking to the worker there the whole time. I mean, I put, 3 things in front of me. You'd think he would at least give me a little more acknowledgement, but that's okay. Tim Foley, he did shake my hand, so, he reached out and shook my hand, so that's cool. John Candelaria, Phil Gardner, and Matt Alexander. And then to wrap this long video up of literally just 4 items, but these are my 1979 projects. It's awesome to be done with it. Lee Lacy, Manny St. Gian with the God Bless inscription, and Omar Moreno. So of all these, this is my favorite one just because it has Chuck Tanner. He was a local guy. Players respected him, and he did a great job with that team. So, yeah, 4 completed 1979 projects. That's my first of 2 videos from the 2019 Hunt Auction celebration of the Pittsburgh Pirates Autograph Show. Next weekend, I will post the 10 autographs, and they are 10 individual items as well. 10 items from current Pittsburgh Pirate players. Feel free to let me know what was your favorite item down in the comments below. I'd appreciate that. Also, like the video and subscribe to my channel. Take care, everybody.